welcome to the Keystone Experience. Rob Warwick,
And Matt Pitzer.
brought to you by Creek Archery. Find your passion and hunt it down.
And Hillview Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Remember, Hillview has it in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's hard to believe going into 5 years of doing this. We never thought we'd have made it past year one. But here we are 5 years later. The same sponsors from the very beginning. Added a few new ones. One big happy family, and we appreciate everything from everybody.
I agree, buddy. We started this not knowing a single thing about a podcast.
Nah, I mean, you're the one who holds it all together. You're the one who knows all the other technical bullshit. I'm the one who just, I try to find people to get on here. And how I do that is beyond me because I have no people skills whatsoever.
It works. It all works. And we felt that it was only right to kick off season 5, just the two of us.
Yep.
And kind of recap the last 5 seasons, a little bit of this year's hunting season, and more importantly, what we have coming next.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we didn't know a damn thing about a podcast. You and I have been able to get it up and running, video, record, audio, all of it.
Yeah.
Get them put out.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd make it past the first season, especially because the first season we decided to run an episode every week.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
We've got new equipment throughout the years here. Hopefully it has brought better audio to it. And now this year we are, as you can see, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, we're adding video.
Yep.
Clips, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
We just did a live before we came on here.
Yeah.
Depending on what people want, we might do a live podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna try it. I think I got a couple places we can try them at.
I'm in for whatever. I just got to figure out all the technical stuff. So,
well, you got till next Friday to figure it out.
well, I got a couple Fridays here.
No, we'll get it together here in April or May when we do a special event. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Like I said, we appreciate everybody that tunes in, listens to us, comments, likes, everything. We have built, what we feel is a pretty good following. I'm happy with everything. I love the people. We talk to different people, hear from them, kind of like one big dysfunctional hunting family.
Yeah, I mean, we've become friends, like personal friends with a lot of these people, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And we got to thank Mr. Dan Young because now he gets us out there everywhere. I mean, we got to reach a couple countries with our downloads and stuff like that from the platform that we use to put our podcast out there. But Dan gets us all across the whole United States, So a shout out to Mr. Young and the Outdoor Call Radio app. We say it every week. If you don't have it, download it 365 days, 24/7. Some of the best hunting and fishing podcast and cooking, and Dan with his crazy ideas that Bigfoot's out there somewhere.
He's got a couple of crazy ideas, that's for sure. You can find all of our episodes if you want to go back and listen to them. They're all on our website, KeystoneExperience.com. I'm proud of all of them. Season 1, the audio is going to be a little rough. We were just learning.
A little rough, a lot of beer cans being cracked in the background.
Yes, sir. Well, we still do that occasionally. We have become slightly more professional over the years.
Yeah. probably a little more F-bombs dropped in those episodes. And
I think we did pretty good with that. Yeah. I do believe it was the Law Dogs that dropped the first F-bomb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Blue Line Bow Hunters.
I think I edited it out, but
yeah,
they were the first ones to drop the F-bomb on the podcast.
Yeah, Jared Bruno.
So let me ask you this, buddy, and we'll who knows where it's going to lead. If you had to pick, what would be your favorite moment over the four complete seasons that we've done so far? Do you want me to give you a second and I'll tell you mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Now, if I steal yours, I apologize, but this is the risk you run when you go second. We've had some awesome guests on here, but probably the coolest one was having T-Bone, Travis T-Bone Turner.
Yeah. Yeah. T-Bone was fun.
You know, just the spirit that he brings, always positive, always funny. You know, that was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. T-Bone was a real good one. I don't know, man. I'm going to have to go with the old sad daddy himself, Mr. Phillip. The very first time we had him on, sitting in a tree stand filming baby turkeys.
Yeah. Yeah, and I forgot to tell him that we were live and rolling.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty cool for him to answer the phone sitting in a tree stand and filming turkeys.
Yeah. They've all been fun. I love the ones that we've talked with the Game Commission.
Yeah.
That one's always educational.
Yep. All the biologists we've talked to so far, and we do have more, contacts out there with biologists. They're just really busy. They'll eventually get on here. We're going to do a lot more fishing stuff this year, I guess you can say. We're going to get more guests on, more companies that make lures for fishing. More guests that are professional fishermen and fisher women. I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Got to be politically correct.
Well,
5 years, I can't change my ways now.
That's right. So we've already kind of done the wrap up of the hunting season. That was kind of my quick wrap up of our 4 seasons. I can't really think of anything else I'd like to touch on for that.
Nah, we had one hell of a hunting season. A great trapping season. Season 4, just great. The people we met, the people we talked to, the stuff we learned about dogs. I mean, stepping out of our wheelhouse, going into stuff like that.
It was a very educational season.
Mm-hmm.
You got your buck. You finally got a buck this year. All worked out for you.
Yeah, killed him with an inline. Pulled some Jim Shockey shit.
Haley stepped up and got a bigger buck than she did last year.
Yeah. We got some really nice bucks off the lease property. Mike Boyle, who's one of the guys who's on the lease property with us, he killed a really, really nice heavy horn 10-point. And got a few does, not the numbers that I wanted to take out, because they're starting to show up on camera by like a bunch at a time. And then, so we need to put a thumping on some does next year.
I mean, I took one. That's the only tag I had.
Yeah, I took 2.
Which I learned my lesson from this year. The fact that the Game Commission moved the sales to online, which was needed.
Yeah, we're finally coming to the 21st century.
But the learning curve for me was I didn't get my 2 beat. I got one the second time around.
Yeah.
But I didn't put in for the following ones because I'm like, you know what? 2B never, ever, 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 probably in the history of these WMUs has sold out as quickly. I don't know if it's ever sold out, to be honest.
I don't think it has.
And it was sold out probably before archery even opened.
Yeah.
Like, it went quick.
Yeah.
So I learned my lesson. I will be getting extra doe tags before the season. I don't like getting a bunch of extra tags, but yeah, we're going to do that next year, so I have some more opportunities.
I got some big plans for turkey season this year, so you got to buy an extra tag.
Well, I normally do. I normally do make my yearly donation for a second tag,
because we're gonna take birds off of our lease property. But with the second tags, we're gonna go and we're gonna hunt public land.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see your people's skills on that one.
Yeah. Good swamp birds is where we're gonna go. Trust me, we're not gonna run into anybody.
Hey, I'm in.
You know, I did a little rabbit hunting this weekend that just passed with Alex and an old timer that we let rabbit hunt on our lease over there. And it brought back memories of hunting rabbits with my grandfather. So it was nice out Saturday afternoon. I jumped in the truck and I went back to the old stomping grounds where I learned to hunt whitetails and learned to hunt turkeys and ducks. And I'm going to spend a lot more time out there because you don't get those memories back. You know, you got to go out there and it just slows you down. You know, always in a hurry to get stuff done and go on about things and keep going, and you forget where it all started from, you know?
Yeah, I saw that live, but I saw it after, you know, and that was a cool video to watch. It really was. You know, you could tell that meant something, and that was cool.
Yeah.
And I agree, you know, we're no different than anybody else. But I know me personally and you, because we talk damn near every day. I mean, hell, we were texting each other 4:00 this morning.
Yeah.
It is go, go, go.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was literally running out the door trying to get over here so we could do a live and get the episode. And
yeah, it's constant on the move.
but that was a cool video to watch. And I agree. Like, you slow it down. It made me want to get back up to my buddy Jono's camp outside of Punxsutawney, because for me, that's where it all started.
Right.
So I kind of want to get back up there now. Mm-hmm. You know, to walk those woods, because I still know them. I haven't been up in a couple of years, just been too busy.
Yeah.
You know, kind of sad that it's only an hour and like 15 minutes from here, and I just struggle to find the time to get up there.
Yeah, I mean, both my kids killed their very first deer out there, you know, so I wouldn't mind taking the boys out there and turning them loose. Ain't nothing like chasing a swamp buck, you know. We get to chase these farm-fed deer around here, but go match wits with an old swamp buck. It'll make you think twice about whitetail hunting.
I'd be interested in seeing how that works, because, I mean, even, you know, Jono's camp has some swamp, but we stayed out of it. You know, that wasn't our part of the property. You know, they were just mountain deer.
Yep.
Now, we didn't have any farms up there. We had the Amish farm, but when I first started hunting, they weren't there.
Right.
And the fields were not really crops or anything like that. So the deer we hunted at Jono's camp were, you know, just mountain deer. They lived on the mountain. They foraged for acorns, grass, whatever the hell they could find to eat. They weren't like some of the ones around here where we've got countless ends of bean fields and alfalfa and corn and wheat and rye and everything else.
And we got...
Then you get some jamokes that put in back 40 feed company food plots for them. Some of the best tasting clover.
Yep. And then you put out the forget genetics minerals and supplements and, you know, yeah, you got to go back there. You know, the whole thing started this fall when me and Alex entered that freaking squirrel hunting thing, because everybody knows that I just love squirrels. I think they're the only creature that should be completely eliminated from the face of the earth. But they're a great way to get a kid involved, get them out there, let them shoot, let them have fun. But when it's time to move on from shooting squirrels, it's time to get into the deer and the turkey, you know. And there's no better way to learn how to hunt than on public land. You know? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love being on our deer lease. But we get spoiled. We get real spoiled.
Well, I mean, I can say for myself in general, and I guess we'll take this episode here a little bit. You know, you're talking about how you were into it. I know I've mentioned it before on previous seasons, but I mean, I didn't start hunting till I was 21 years old. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I started hunting was because I got tired of Jono and my friend Michael disappearing for 2 months and having nobody to hang out with. So, I mean, that's where my passion for it came, was going up to Jono's camp. So I've only been hunting now 20 years. And I guess I'm spoiled because I've never hunted public land. You know, the first time I ever hunted public land, when you and I went to West Virginia.
Yeah.
You know,
and that was fun.
That was my first time hunting public land, period, because I'm fortunate that, you know, since I've got into hunting, I had Jono's camp and his family's camp to go to. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we had private land. Now, we dealt with some trespassers here and there, you know, other camps that we kind of shared the land with, but we all knew each other, so it wasn't a big deal.
Right.
You know, you talk to each other, hey, where are you going? What stand you going to tomorrow?
Right. Wasn't
anything like you hear on public land. Like, you go set your stand, next day some complete strangers in your spot. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I hunt Adam's farm. You know, he's been one of my best friends since high school, and he lets me hunt his place. And then, you know, I got on the lease with you guys a year or two ago. So mm-hmm. I'm kind of spoiled in general, where I've never had to deal with public land.
Yeah. Most of the public land I hunt, though, it's, you know, it's swamp. So you're not going to find a lot of people back in there. You know, there's a couple of our listeners who know where these properties are at because they hunt them. Mm-hmm. You know, but it's good to get out there, you know. Trapping, it's kind of pain in the butt to go out there every day and check traps, but who knows? I might throw something out there.
Yeah, you know, it's funny with, you know, learning how to trap this year, how different trapping and hunting deer are. Because not so much the animals, but just how you go about it. It is super easy for me to, all right, I want to go hunt Adams today. I want to hunt the lease. I'm going to drive here. I'm going to drive there. You can go wherever the heck you want for deer. And you start wanting to set traps. You know, I look around now like, man, this farm would be nice to trap. This place would be nice to trap.
Yeah.
Then you realize that you got to go at minimum every 36 hours.
Yeah.
But you should go every day at some point. So you should do it within 24 hours.
Yeah.
It makes you second guess whether you really want to do all that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's running here, 10 miles over there. Oh, definitely a different thing, but it was a fun season. Maybe you'll have to throw some back there. Now, I wish that we were allowed to use technology for our hunting. We're going into a controversial topic here.
For hunting or for trapping?
For both. Why can't we as a state start using some of this technology to help.
What are we talking here?
Well, so for trapping, why can't I have a cell cam on it and that count as me checking that trap?
I don't know.
I mean, I have a cell camera on it. It's pointed right at the trap. It's going to send me a picture a minute or two, and then every blank seconds after I set that camera and send me a picture.
I don't honestly know why we're not allowed.
You know, and the reason this kind of popped into my head is, I don't know if you saw the article.
About the drones?
Yes. The Game Commission just fined somebody for using drones to help recover deer. You know, I just wish we were allowed to start using some of this technology. I understand that technology can be used for illegal purposes, but you're not going to stop them regardless.
Right. Yeah, somebody who's doing illegal stuff is going to do it whether you want them to or not. The laws are to keep the good people from doing it.
So
that's all it is.
I'm all for fair chase. I'm not saying to use it for illegal purposes, but why can't we use technology?
I mean,
and I'd like to hear, you know, from some of our listeners on this. Jump on our Facebook and leave a comment on what you guys think about technology and why or why not use it.
I mean, we weren't allowed to use tracking dogs for how long?
I know. And to me, I don't understand it because as a hunter, it's my job to take the most ethical shot and to harvest that animal as ethically as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Then I feel it is my job to use that animal.
Right.
As much of it as I can.
Right.
Shit happens when you're hunting. Shots happen, branches, you pull, you got excited. You now have a wounded animal. Why can I not use technology to help me recover that animal?
I agree.
I get that I can take a drone or I can take thermal imaging and I can go do illegal stuff.
But we need
to become more modern.
We need to find one of the lawmakers up there in Harrisburg that's sitting in their chair. You know, I've sent 5 emails to the Farm Bureau to have them come on this podcast and explain to me why we're not allowed to hunt on Sundays.
Not allowed to hunt big game on Sundays. Because you can hunt some animals on Sunday.
I don't consider coyotes and crows animals.
They're
varmint. They're varmint.
I agree. I agree with that.
But, you know, and I always say, hey, we got 3 Sundays.
I'm thankful for that. I'm not complaining.
But, come on. Fred Flintstone died a long time ago. Let's move this state up. Let's get out of the 1800s, man.
Yeah. I completely agree.
Why in the hell is the Farm Bureau putting their thumb on the Game Commission and not letting us have Sundays? It's political is what it is.
100%.
It's political. And I will call the Farm Bureau out over it. You have nothing to do with game laws. You should not be allowed to set the days. They should have nothing to do with the taxidermy part of it. My personal opinion, I agree 100% with everything the Game Commission does. We need to have laws. We need to have things under control. But you do not have a bureau for farm animals tell you when you're allowed to harvest things and on what days you're allowed to do it and who's allowed to mount them. That is ridiculous. The state of Pennsylvania is stuck in the 1800s. It's because everybody wanted a day of rest for the animals. The animal has no damn idea what day it is. You know?
Yeah.
That my opinion, I'm getting upset about it. And I will fight and argue about it constantly because it's bullshit.
It is 100%. Now,
Kids nowadays don't have Saturdays and Sundays. You know what I mean? You got freaking travel softball, travel baseball tournament. Half of these yuppie parents nowadays don't realize that there is a hunting season on Saturday. They're booking freaking baseball games.
Yeah.
Softball games for their kids. Come on, people. Give these kids a break. How about we not play recreational sports on the weekend? Let the kids go hunt.
Yeah. Now, platforms like this, I've watched enough of them. You and I are supposed to be arguing to make this riveting.
We're not going to argue because we both agree on it.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, this isn't going to be super riveting where I argue and make counterpoints to tell you that you're wrong and then you yell at me and tell me that I'm wrong. But,
No, I can't get those guests to come on here.
and I didn't want to get political with it, but I don't know. We're just kind of winging this episode, and that popped into my head of why can't we use technology to help us?
Because it all comes down to politics, dude.
To me, that is a waste of an animal that could have been recovered. If you can use a drone and that helps you recover or lets you know, hey, that animal's still alive.
There's a lot of things. I mean, there's some trapping laws that are still from long ago that need changed.
Well, like you said, for trapping, why can't I put a cell cam on there, to where I can trap a larger area, or I don't have to walk 2 miles to my farthest trap every single day, leave a ton of scent everywhere, and wonder why I never caught anything.
Right.
When I could go in there one time, put a camera on it, that camera is going to send me a picture instantly.
Yep.
And it's not my fault that somebody is going to abuse it.
Yeah, exactly.
And forget to change the batteries or forget to update the plan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know, buddy. It's not worth getting upset over. We're slowly changing.
I was telling my dad, I don't know if I'll see, I just turned 40. I don't know if I'll see in my lifetime Sunday hunting all the way, every Sunday throughout hunting season. I don't know if I'll see it. Hell, I haven't seen the Pirates win a World Series yet, and I'm 40. What's going to happen first? The Pirates win a World Series, or we get Sunday hunting?
Yeah, there's going to be. I mean, there's been some articles here floating around. I mean, as hunters, we need to make our voice heard. Your congressmen, your local representatives, and get in your truck and ride to Harrisburg on these meetings because they are open to the public. And as elected officials, and they work for us. Go talk to these people, state your opinions, go make your voice be heard at the Harrisburg meetings for the Game Commission. They all work for us. So we got to be the voice.
I agree.
Push it. When you're at these little shows, stop at the Game Commission booth. Talk to them guys. Trust me, talking to them game wardens.
It's a lot
They're
nicer
all
talking
human
to them.
beings.
It's a lot nicer talking to them at the show than when they find you in the woods.
Hey, Saturday when I was out there roaming around, I run into an officer out there. And me and him stood at my truck and bullshitted for half hour, 45 minutes. And then he apologized for holding me up. Wasn't holding me up. It was nice to run into a game warden out there because the game wardens that I ran into out there before were just that. They had a badge on their chest and they didn't want to socialize. They just wanted to check your license and move on.
Yeah.
And some of them were pretty stern about the way they did it. This guy sat there and me and him bullshitted for a while.
Yeah. Younger
fella, great guy. He grew up hunting out there. So me and him talked about a lot of things. All game. game wardens are human beings.
Yeah.
They all have a bad day.
Yep. Everybody does. Any job. There's always people that have bad days.
They're not all out there to bust you. They're not all out there to make you look bad.
They're doing their job.
You follow the rules. You don't have no problems.
That's it.
It's pretty simple.
Yep. Not complicated.
No. And I know people who are listening can give me a bunch of shit because I side with the game commission. Well, I'm going to. I will tell you all a story right now. When I was 19 years old, I was bear hunting up in Clinton County. And I took the bolt out of my 30-06 and laid it on the tailgate. I took the bolt out of my gun. I didn't take the bullets out of my gun. I took the bolt out, laid it across the tailgate of the truck. Warden shows up, checks my gun. My gun's technically still loaded. Did I think that at 19 years old? No. I was mad when he gave me a fine. As I got older, I paid the fine. I didn't have to go back because I just pled guilty right then and there because I was wrong. The bolt was out of the gun. The gun could not fire, but the gun was technically loaded. So he did his job. Didn't make me hate the game commission. It was my own stupidity.
I mean, I don't know why people get so upset at them. They don't make the laws. They just have to enforce them.
Yeah.
They're doing their job.
It's their job.
Same as I don't want people getting mad at me when I show up to deliver oil. That's my job. I didn't say where to go.
Yeah.
I didn't make the schedule. I was handed a bunch of tickets and told to go do this. Don't yell at me.
Yes, sir.
And they're the same way.
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, I had another idea here. We'll kind of move into what we've got planned for this year. And maybe some things people can start doing to get ready for next season. We got about a half hour left, if that. Food plots. We talked a little bit about that on the live.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Back 40 Seed Company. We're going to push it. We use it. Again, me and Matt preach this all the time. The products that we talk about or the products that are sponsored by us, we use. And we believe in those products. We will not use something that we do not believe in. And I will not force somebody down their throat to use it. Trust me. When we tell you we use this stuff, we use it. Back 40, Roy and Bill, Howie, they're all great people. We don't have no frost right now. You should be frost seeding here within this month, next month. I don't think we're going to get a frost deep enough to really do anything. So,
well, that was my question with that. Is we had a couple of people in the live say, well, Thursday is going to be 25. To frost seed, you would want several days where it's going to be cold, not just one morning.
Right.
Like I've never frost seeded. That's why I'm asking.
You want snow and you want the ground to be frozen. And
one night ain't going to do it, especially with all the rain that we've recently got.
No, our ground, we ain't even come close to that, hitting that 1 foot frozen mark.
No. And I can tell you that from trapping. When we went into the season, you were telling me how much I was going to hate setting traps once we got into like January and February because the ground was going to be rock hard.
Yep.
I never had that problem. No. I mean, hopefully next year we do, but this year I only had one trap, and that's because it was in a low spot and it got some water and it froze.
Yep.
But anything else that got set off easily went right back in the ground.
Yeah.
Or just a little bit of digging with the trap and hammer and fresh dirt was there.
Yep. Really didn't have to go through a ton of peat moss, a ton of dry dirt, wax dirt.
You know, I did. That's just because I don't know how. I make my beds too big.
Wax sand. I mean, we didn't use a whole lot of that stuff. But yeah, as far as the frost seeding, I mean, go out and spread your clover seed now or whatever. The rain will beat it down into the ground. You don't have to, if you got an established clover plot, don't tear it up. Just keep reseeding it. Let it come to head. Run a mower over it. Knock some seeds down. And you're ready to go. It'll keep regenerating.
Now you said let the rain push it into the ground. Mm-hmm. A rain, not a freaking flood.
Yeah, not a monsoon.
Because I know that's what we've got coming tomorrow. We've got some heavy storms. Heavy rain is not what you want to do.
No.
You're just going to have seed wash God knows where.
Yeah, you're going to wash away and you're going to be upset. So I wouldn't go doing it this weekend. I'd look for a weekend where we're going to get a good all day, slow, drizzle, quarter inch maybe. Something like that. That ought to work. And then go back in and hit it with fertilizer when you get a couple of dry days. Always fertilize right before you're going to get a rain. That way you don't burn up your plots. Because you can burn with the fertilizer. It will burn the plants that are already existing. So, and run a triple digit fertilizer.
I like
a 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 20.
And that's where your soil sample comes in.
Yeah.
I like 10, 10, 10, but I've been fortunate where the soil hasn't been that bad.
Yeah.
But get the soil sample, send it in if you're putting new plots in. Like Rob said, the ones that are established, just go out and seed it right now if you want. Or right when turkey season. Is that considered baiting?
I would believe it would. Somehow it would be.
I would probably agree with you. I was just curious because
somehow it'll be baiting.
Go to take care of your food plots.
Yeah.
Turkeys like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that would probably be illegal. I'm going to go with. We're going to err on the side of caution and say that that's illegal.
Yeah.
So we are also not law. Don't follow our advice on laws.
No.
Any questions?
Not mine.
Any questions? Find your local game warden.
Yeah.
He'll tell you whether you can do that or not.
Yeah. Yeah, because there should be a 365-day squirrel season.
It wouldn't bother me any.
Should be allowed to hunt them on Sundays, too.
We've had a lot of people complain over the last couple of years of the Saturday deer opener and how it's ruined traditions.
You just had to go there, didn't you?
I'm not staying there. Follow me.
Mm-mm.
They said it's ruined tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start new ones. Let's start new traditions with new laws that let us hunt Sundays so you can make new traditions.
We can't do that.
Yeah, we can.
This is the state of Pennsylvania.
Well, fortunately,
the slogan should be stuck in our ways.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day. We can all be hopeful.
I love it. But I also take a week off of work and I can hunt every day after work. So, I mean, I spend more time in the woods than the normal human being does. That's just because I've worked my way through the company to where I am, and I get to set my own hours and work the way I want to work.
Yeah.
So I personally like the Saturday opener. It is what it is. I mean, never had no traditions. It was the only tradition I have is ruining Christmas morning.
And you even let that go this year.
Yep. I didn't even set a trap this year.
Nope. Chef Alex went and checked them for you.
Yep. So what else we got? What else we got coming up here?
Well, that's, this is the official kickoff to season 5 of the Keystone Experience. We've got some things coming up this summer, some different events, new things on the podcast. We just redid all of our merch, shirts, hats, hoodies. I'm really excited about that.
We got a store.
Yep. unityprinting.com/TKE.
Yep.
It is linked on our Facebook, Instagram, and on the website.
Yep.
So check that out. I know I'm excited. I love the designs.
I still haven't figured out how to link it to YouTube yet, but I will. I'll figure it out.
So we've got that going on. New store, new merchandise. Anybody that's already ordered, we appreciate it. And any future orders, we appreciate it.
We will have some back 40 seed at a couple of these events that we're going to do for sale.
Now, at time of recording, our next event will be Chico Outdoors, April 13th and 14th. So we're going to have some back 40 seed there. If you want to come pick some up.
Thinking we might have a couple Bow Creek cameras there for sale too. I believe when we were in Harrisburg, I mentioned something to Matt about us selling a few cameras. So we'll see.
At the very least, we're going to have 1 or 2 on site. You can look them over and then head over to the website to get those ordered.
And we'll have some Duke dog-proof traps there for some lucky youngin' to go stick his finger in.
Yep.
Maybe might see if I can give him some maybe some 1.5 coil springs instead of the 110 Conibears. I get really weird about giving a kid a Conibear trap. I don't know why. It just bothers me to give a kid. I mean, we did it last year, and hopefully there was no injuries.
None were reported back.
Yeah, but it just bothers.
Maybe they couldn't type it. Tell us.
It just scares me to give a young kid a 110. They're pretty hard to set when they're new. So I know damn well you get a finger stuck in there, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yep. So yeah, we're going to have a bunch of the products that we've used just to maybe sell or at least have them. You guys can check them out. So make sure you come out to the Westmoreland Fairgrounds, April 13th, 14th for Chico Outdoors.
Yeah, man, they're supposed to have their own beer.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm coming. You might be on your own. We might have to teach Chef Alex how to run this board. Oh, wait, no, he'll be with me having a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, Sheila, she can learn how. We'll teach her.
Yeah. Yeah, she can run the booth for a while.
Yeah. You'll have to take over responsibilities. We had another great trip. Now, previous event was we had another great trip out to the NRA Great American Outdoor Show.
Yeah.
If you haven't gone out to that, definitely check it out for next year.
Yeah.
But cool show there. Got to see some seminars while we were out there on predator hunting. Hopefully we can get some of that done this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, we hung out with some of our sponsors. We hung out with Matt from Bow Creek. Hung out with Roy from down there at the Back 40 Seed Company. Talked to another Pennsylvania company that we're going to be doing a little work with here pretty soon. The Forget Genetics.
I'm excited about that stuff.
Alex was eating it, so.
New mineral that we might be putting out.
Yeah. We're actually going to be doing a podcast with them fellas. So.
Look for that in a future episode.
Yeah, we got.
But until that episode comes out, go check out their website.
Yeah. Check them out. Let them know that we sent you over there. I mean, these guys, the product that they got is not a bunch of salt in the bag with food coloring.
It was very different.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't wait to get my hands on some of them sucker things. I'm going to put a few of them out.
you can have those. I don't want to deal with them. Last time I put something out like that, all it had was bees all over it.
Well, I'm not putting them near my stands. I'm putting them near all the stands you guys use.
Well, I'm putting new stands up.
That way it'll keep the bees away from me.
Yeah. So we got Chico Outdoors coming up. We will be out at the PA Trapping Rendezvous.
Yeah.
I believe June 20th through the 22nd out in Hughesville.
We'll be out there with our buddy Alan and
From North American Trapper,
Bill Duke.
Duke Traps.
We will probably see us with Mike and Linda and maybe Jeff and Sarah, Todd. Going to be a bunch. AJ should be there.
Yep. And if you want to hear a little bit more, well, I don't know what episode. I'm trying to think. We've got so many episodes already recorded. We've had a heck of a start here. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss what we've got coming up this year, because we have some good guests and a lot of information. And one of them was Autumn.
Autumn McEnany.
Yep. You definitely butchered that last name, but
Yeah.
you know, she's kind of helping run that event, the Trapping Rendezvous, and has a really cool kids thing.
Next gen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a cool deal there for the kids. That's what we need, more kids in this.
We may be heading to Kentucky.
Yeah, with our buddies from the Becknell bunch. They were on our live tonight. Might be doing guiding some turkey hunts with some veterans. I don't know if Matt's going to make it, but I believe I'm going to probably jump on the Harley the week before the PTA and blow down to Virginia and check out the FTA show. I would like to go to the National Trapping Association one, but I am not driving all the way out to South Dakota or Iowa, wherever the hell it's at.
No, I think that was out in South Dakota.
That's a long ride, and I ain't doing it.
I agree with that.
What else? We got a lot of hound stuff coming up. You know, we already did some episodes with APX, Battlefield, Con A Corsos. They, Mom had the babies, 14 of them, I believe. At last check, there was 2 still available. So give him a holler. We'll have some coon hunters coming on here with their dogs. We got Michael Beck and Dexter, which they might be a surprise at Chico's.
Maybe you'll have to come and stop by the booth to find out.
Yep.
We might have the deer dog there.
Yep.
So we've definitely got a lot of great things coming up this year. I know Rob and I are really excited. We're branching out here, putting out new content. Hopefully you guys like it, and we appreciate everybody that's followed and continues to follow. We trying to give you guys what you want here. So if you also have some ideas, throw them out there. The worst we can say is no.
Yeah, don't be scared to throw suggestions at us.
We want to know what you guys want to listen to. We've tried to give a good variety of different topics. So if we miss something, let us know. If there's something you want to hear, let us know.
Want to talk about what?
If there's something you don't want to hear,
want to talk about what makes Chris wear those weird clothes that he wears when he goes golfing? We'll have Chris on. We'll make Chris explain it to you.
We haven't had Mr. DePerna on, and he's got some big things going on. That's another event. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
May 26th, Sunday, May 26th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Big Buck Scoring event.
Mm-hmm.
We will be there. Blue Line Bow Hunters will be there.
Yeah.
Outdoors Dan will be there.
Yep.
Skip Peterson from Gearhead Archery. Those are some cool bows that I'm pretty excited to take a peek at and shoot.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the wildest designs, but I met Skip when I went and filmed for Dan in Montana, and he knows what he's doing. Good guy.
Trying to think who else. There was somebody else going to be there. Wasn't there?
Well, the guy that's going to measure the bucks. I can't think of his name. I think it's Brian.
Brian.
Oh, check that out over at Creek Archery's Facebook page.
Yeah, we can't give it all away.
Yeah, you got to go follow them. I mean,
go follow Chris.
oh,
Even though he does wear weird clothes. Oh, man. It's over.
it is, buddy. The hour goes just as fast whether we're talking to each other or whether we have somebody on with us.
Hey, 5 years of doing this, and I wouldn't ask for a better partner. I'm not going to call you a co-host because that's a crock of shit. You're not a co-host. You're a partner.
I agree, buddy.
And hopefully there's another 5 out there. Maybe another 10. Who knows?
Hey, we're still having fun with it. We appreciate everybody that has been along this wild and crazy ride. And I think we got some bills to pay, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures. You got trail camera pictures.
Well, I can't do that because we're using my phone to film you. Thank God for Apple and their connectivity between it. I can still pull up our sponsor list here.
Hey, Crick Archery. Find your passion, then hunt it down. Give Chris and them guys a holler down there. It's early in the season yet. Get your bows taken care of. Get them all tuned up for 3D season coming up here. Walt and them guys with the traditional stuff down there, they'll all take care of you. Bunch of new arrows, bunch of new bows. He's going to have some gearhead bows down there, maybe. I don't know. It could be. You'll have to stop down and see them.
New shirts, hoodies, arrow wraps.
Whole new logo, man.
New website,
Yep.
creekarcherypa.com.
Everything's upgrading, so come along, join us for this ride that we're all going to be on this year. Creek Archery. Find your passion, then hunt it down.
Hillview Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. New, used, certified, pre-owned. Stop in and see anyone at the fantastic sales team. They'll get you set up for a test ride, put you in the vehicle that you've been dreaming about. Back at the service center, they will get anything from a brake job, oil change, to anything else major. They'll get it back on the road for you if you've hit one of these unfortunate critters or anything else. Damage happens. Things happen. Head back to the collision center. Certified to work on many makes and models, not just what they sell on the lot. They'll have your vehicle back up and running, looking brand new with the detail shop, out on the road before you know it. Head over to hillviewmotors.com and remember, Hillview has it.
www.duketraps.com. We talk a bunch of trapping. Mr. Bill Duke, he's been a sponsor of ours since the very beginning. I've been using Duke traps for a long time. I recommend if you're going to start trapping, look them up, get a hold of them. They got traps down there to suit any critter that you want to catch. So give Bill a holler down there, www.duketraps.com.
And we've mentioned it already throughout this episode. Chico Outdoors, April 13th and 14th at the Westmoreland Fairgrounds. Head over to Chico Outdoors Facebook and Instagram for all the information on that event. Music, food, vendors. The show gets bigger and better every year. The outdoor kids area, the fishing pond. It's just a fantastic weekend. All of it in honor of Andrew Chico Christ, whose passion was getting kids involved in the outdoors. Matt and the rest of the family have done this in Andrew's honor. It's a nonprofit organization, so all the money you put into it goes back into our local communities, getting kids and veterans back into the outdoors. Check them out at Chico Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram.
Apparition scent, 100% lethal. we are still getting trail camera pictures of bucks hitting mock scrapes that we made back in August. So if you don't believe this stuff works, I got pictures to show you. It works. We used the Phantom Hunter all through trapping season.
Year round.
I mean, I probably go a little overboard. I spray my cameras down when I put them up, new cameras. So look him up, Deer Pete Dave. He will hook you up. I'm sure. Yeah, we're probably going to have a prize package to give away from Mr. Deer Pete Dave. So Dave, if you're listening, get something together because I just put you on the spot, brother. Apparition scent, 100% lethal.
And we got those pictures. We know the bucks have been there because of Bow Creek Outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania-based, veteran-owned company. The cell camera that we've been running for a couple years now works on Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. It picks the best one, so you always have service. No more locked in and not able to use your camera wherever you want to. High-quality images, videos with sound. They've got a brand new camera out, the wide-angle camera that we're going to be putting to work here this spring. 120-degree field of view, so you get more images, more. You're not going to miss as much.
Yep.
Scout Tech app for the cell camera sends it straight to your phone. You can share it with your buddies, give them permission. No more sending text messages back and forth. Cameras work great. Support has been awesome. Check them out at bowcreekoutdoors.com.
Back 40 Seed Company. Some of the best damn clover you ever taste. Get out there. Get your spring planting done. Give Roy and them boys a holler. They will take care of you. Any questions while you're out planting, you got something that's not going right, give Roy a holler. About seed, not about your tractor not running right. Roy's not going to come fix your tractor. But give them guys a holler. Back 40 Seed Company.
Well, buddy, we had some warmer weather, and I took advantage of it yesterday. I pulled out the bike, pulled out my Harley Road Glide, and Haley and I went down on a good ride to Uniontown to pick up something for Tanner's birthday. And I got up my bike from Z&M Harley Davidson. They've got a new 2024s are hitting the floor. They're already there. Go check them out. New, used, pre-owned. They'll get you the bike that you're looking for. And the service department probably has a good special going on because riding season is right around the corner. Get the parts that you need to make your bike 100% yours. Check out the inventory at znmharleydavidson.com.
Hey, We Be Knives.
They're wicked shop.
They're not from Boston, dude. They're from out in the Dakotas. But anyhow, we use these knives all season long. They're knives. They're multi-tool. The
Processing kit.
skinning knives, the fleshing knives, the aprons. Give these guys a holler. These knives are the best damn knives you're going to get.
Yep.
And like Matt said, they are wicked sharp.
They are. I used it at the beginning of the season to cut some old straps off a tree stand. Cut through them like butter.
Yep.
Replaceable blades. They send you a bunch of them. You're not just getting a couple of blades and then you got to go back. I believe the Red Fox comes with like 30 blades.
Something like that.
So, WeBeKnives.com. Check them out. Did you notice, buddy, how nice my beard looks?
Yeah.
Nice and soft.
Yeah, what are you using?
Trapline beard oil. Thanks to you. You're the one that found this one.
Mr. Brian, I'll tell you what, they got some awesome products. And everybody knows how I take care of my beard. I take care of it better than I take care of my children. And I use their products every day. You know, we just got some in last week. And, you know, I'm sure Brian's going to listen to this. Congratulations on the new grandbaby. You know, hopefully when the grandbaby gets bigger, it's using Pappy's beard oil. But hey, Trapline Beard Oil Company, give them guys a holler. Brian will take care of you. Tons of different scents. Look them up.
Sometimes things happen, buddy, that we can't control. That's what insurance is for. And our local agent here that we've dealt with in the past, we trust. That would be Kelton Black, representing American National Insurance. Give him a call, text him, Facebook, reach out to him. He'll get you a quote to make sure that you've got the proper insurance and the best rates available for you. Do business with somebody that cares. Reach out to Kelton.
Hey, the Outdoor Call radio app. Outdoors Dan. 365 days a year, 24/7. Outdoor content. Tons and tons of different podcasts. And some crazy cockamamie live Bigfoot stuff that Dan believes in. Got a couple live shows. Tons and tons and tons of giveaways by some serious sponsors. Whitetail hunt. I believe there's a turkey hunt giveaway. A bunch of stuff going on right now from Rupert's Roost in Peace. So get on there. Download this app. You can get it on Google and
The App Store.
whatever that other one is for.
The App Store for iPhones.
Yeah, for iPhones. Look them up. The Outdoor Call radio app.
Well, buddy, that's going to do the kickoff of season 5. Here's to a great season. Follow along with us on Facebook, Instagram. I believe we ain't been kicked off at TikTok yet.
Nope, ain't been no dead critters put on there.
And make sure to follow the YouTube channel. We're going to have a ton of new content coming out to it. So follow along with that. And, buddy, take us out of here.
Hey, remember, shoot straight and keep the dirty side down.